Okay, so now we're going to go into Unit 6, pro tips. And honestly, there's just a few things that we wanted to share here for now, but I know
But they're good.
They're good.
They're real good.
You want to know these things. But we will have more to come in the future. So for now, let's go ahead and get started with a screen share. Get our do's and don'ts list up first.
Right, there we go.
Okay. So first slide, what not to post and what to post. You guys, this is no joke, especially on that not to post list. First thing is pictures of the bottle. You got to remember, we're trying to get people interested. We're not trying to divulge everything to them. So don't post pictures of the bottle. Next thing is trademark names like LifeVantage and Protandim. Again, you're luring them to you to give them information. You don't want to give them the tools they need to go out and search it themselves. You're no longer in control when you do that. The third one is important, you guys. This is just a no in general. Disease, symptom, and treatment claims, we can actually get ourselves in a lot of trouble with that. So I'm just telling you right now, if you post something and inadvertently it calls for people to comment and make claims, delete them. Don't let that stay up there. That's something that is highly regulated and we don't want to get ourselves in trouble. We know we have amazing products. We don't have to say specifically, right? So keep that in mind. The last one is income claims, especially without a disclaimer. It's funny, even on stage at our events, as they bring some of us on stage, they'll have a disclaimer behind us saying that, whatever their legal verbiage is. But it is a serious issue. We're a publicly traded company. We cannot not afford to put ourselves in a compromised position. Now, positives, what to post. Pictures of you taking or holding the product. It piques interest when they see something and you're making this, just a little curiosity statement to go along with it.
Yeah, I want to say something there because we did say not to use pictures of the bottles or the packaging. That's mainly so they don't go on Google. Like, we don't want to give them all the goods, right? We don't want them searching stuff on Google. We want them coming to you saying, what is this? If people are not doing it, it might mean you're giving it all away, right? And so you can hold pictures of the product and hold the bottles, but do it in a way where they can't read the whole title or it's obscure in the background. Just remember, you're constantly trying to create curiosity and not giving them the ability to go out and try and do their own research at the University of Google.
Exactly. Okay, so under pique interest, there's a couple little ideas of ways that you can pique interest with verbiage that doesn't divulge what it is exactly that you're talking about. So a few different ideas there. Testimonies of pain, sleep, energy, weight loss, mood, before and after pictures. Those are things that you can post without it being red flag for being something that's not in compliance. So, but that's about it. Outside of that, disease states, that's just, don't even touch it with the
I'm gonna throw this in here. It's not even part of what's rehearsed. We went out on a date night the other night and the guy asked us what we do for a living. And I've said this to some people. I've never said it in front of her. And I just said, we turn plants into money. And he started laughing because
talk about interested.
He was really interested. So that's my point is I didn't tell him anything about nutrigenomics. I didn't say anything about Protandim, but it was the joke now at the bar. Like, those guys over there, they turn plants into money. Well, let me tell you, we're Facebook friends now, right? And we had a conversation about where he lives and where we live. So you just want to create curiosity, and no one's heard of biohacking. No one's heard of Nerf 2. So those are good things.
Now, we did clear the air. He didn't really think it was anything shady, but it did pique his
look at us, dude.
You never know.
Not too shady.
You never know. Okay, moving on to tips. Maybe you can hit on some of these.
All right, we're going to share screen. I'm going to share my live Facebook account and on my phone, but we got to do this laptop and on the cell phone. So let me show you guys first what we're talking about in the laptop. So let me come off the share screen here and get out of that PowerPoint and bring up, I guess we are going to share screen again, just not in the PowerPoint, and pull up our Facebook account. So this is my active account. And what I wanted to highlight for you guys is a couple things here. Number one is this friends list right here under Explore. You can go to friends list, and it's highly recommended that you go in and create a prospect list. Okay, you just come up here to create a list and then create prospects. So, let's use, I don't even know. Let me go to LifeVantage right here to show you how to add people. So apparently this person's in LifeVantage. And so you would just come over here where it says on this list, and you would add their name right there. And they are automatically now in that list. So under my friends list, I can go in here in the morning or the night. I have at different times where I'll go in, and my goal is to spend no more than 15 minutes in there. And I'll go through and like and comment, like and comment, like and comment, like and comment. But it's different than your news feed, guys. This is huge because Facebook tries to determine what you're going to see. So this is a way for me to go in and see exactly what I want to see. Nobody in my friends list under prospects is in LifeVantage, and they're all people that I'm actively working on to create conversations, as we talked about in the other units. Here's something else I wanted to show you, all right? Go up to news feed right here, and you can click on the little 3 buttons there and go to edit preferences, right? And here you're going to be able to prioritize who you see first. Now, Facebook controls how many people you can see first. What I use there, guys, is people who I like to see what they're doing on their Facebook accounts. They're usually influencers, whether in our company or out of our company. It's people that I really, when my news feed comes on, if I'm just going to scroll, I want to see their stuff first. And it's mainly people outside of LifeVantage that I'm wanting to see their stuff first. But you can also unfollow people here. You can reconnect with people. It's important that you guys are controlling your own news feeds as much as you possibly can. So we wanted to show that to you.
And I'd add that this does have to take place on your desktop. I'm pretty certain you can't create the friends list on your cell phone. So just know that's the reason he went to the desktop to make that happen.
Okay, so now we're going to do a screen share on my iPhone, and we're going to show you how to use Facebook Stories. This is something not a lot of people are doing. I don't do it a lot, but we're starting to do it more and more. And I'm just going to demonstrate it for you right now. So it's finding the iPad, or it's finding the laptop. So now we're on, and I'm going to go back into my Facebook account, as you can see there. And you can see that 7 years ago I was posting. I know right where I was at. And so up here where it says add, okay, see that little blue button right there? Right, I'm going to hit it. We're going to do this. We're going to do a live ad right now. So I'm going to hit it. So you see what comes up, right? There we are, right? So check this out, right? Do a quick video. They like, all right, just doing a little homework, little social media training, and whoa, wow, there she is. Now that is live. Like that just went onto my story, guys. So that is where on Facebook Live, not live, but the stories, that's where you want to put your silly posts, just the stuff that really, whether you're on your way to the gym or work, or the kids do something silly, it's the stuff that you don't want to clog your Facebook feed up with, your wall, I should say. But nonetheless, you want your people seeing you. When they open their Facebook accounts, you want them to see that. And it's gone in 24 hours.
Yeah, so the whole idea is you do it every 24 hours to keep your face at the front so that you're kind of staying at the front of people's minds. That's the whole idea.
Yeah. So that's a pro tip that you guys can start using. Not a lot of people are using it, which is going to put you in a position where, being first is a really good thing. Let's talk about workflow for just a little bit.
Yeah, well, with Facebook, you can fall into that scroll hole. And so you have to be very careful to actually set almost like a schedule of when you're going to do what and what you're looking to accomplish. We talked about spending times commenting in groups. We've talked about spending times building your database by going into other groups as far as things that you like and have a passion about and building relationships there. You've got to do these posts. Really, you can spend a ton of time on Facebook if you're not intentional about what you're accomplishing. And honestly, if you're not regimented with that intention, you really may accomplish nothing other than being very aware of what other people are doing in their lives.
Try to avoid the dopamine drip on yourself. Like, be the one supplying the dopamine, not the one being drunk on it. Okay. So what I mean by that, when you wake up and you open your eyes, don't make your first thing you do to go see who commented on your stuff. You guys should have a workflow. Like, maybe go in there and the very first thing you do is comment in that prospect list. Or maybe the first thing you do is go be a student of some of the posts that you really like, right? Do some screenshots and go to school, guys, on what you're going to be doing with your Facebook account for the day. Then maybe if you have some time later, get into scrolling and looking at your comments, because obviously that's a big part of the success of your profile page is interacting with people. But just make sure that you're not getting caught up in the entertainment part of Facebook.
Which makes perfect sense, because you do have to recognize when somebody's made a comment. It'd be almost like you walking in and saying hello to somebody and they just turn their head. I mean, it's like social etiquette. Rude. So if somebody's made a comment, acknowledge it. If it's just a like or if it's a comment back, whatever, you have to acknowledge it just for etiquette reasons.
So let's talk about ethics and how you can use Facebook Messenger as a way in the groups to create a code of ethics. I think it's a fantastic idea that you on a regular basis remind, because if you're going to have these groups and you're kind of managing the groups, it's a good idea that you remind the groups of what we're all about from a team standpoint, and be the captain of the ship. Like, you are the captain of your ship. You are the CEO of your business. So take control of that. But at the same time, if you see something going on that shouldn't be going on, make sure that you're reminding people of what we stand for. Now, I didn't say go boss people around. I just said, hey, this is what we stand for, right? And so make it a habit. I'm going to be doing this more of just reminding people, not singling anybody out, but just reminding people, this is what we stand for. This is what we want in these groups. We're not about drama. We're about, like, focus on the dreams, not the drama, right? You're going to get what you focus on, that type stuff. Just some reminders that we're not here for drama. I have talked a long time about paddles in the water. The more paddles in the water, the faster you win. Drama takes paddles out of the water. Okay, and if we're going to have all these groups, there's always a chance for drama, especially when there's cross lines in the same group.
Yeah, especially if there's a little bit of a competition going on. You know, if you've got people all working towards the same rank, or you've got people working towards, maybe you've put out a little incentive and they're all working towards it. And you don't want, like, you want it to be an encouraging type of a competition, not a,
a downer.
A downer. Yeah. So, kind of putting out what the expectations are at the beginning of the month. This is who we are. This is what we represent. We're a team. All of those things are going to help.
So the last thing we want to give you some pro tips on is equipment and how that might be a benefit to you. So a few things, tripods. All right. First of all, we get just about everything from Amazon. All right. Just about everything comes from there. Some stuff I've got from Best Buy, like this little guy I got from Best Buy. All right. What's cool about it is you can twist it. It can tort. It can, do all these funny shapes, right? So you can mount it just about anywhere. And you want to make sure that it will mount a cell phone of your size, right? Adjustable. This is just a bigger version of the same thing, right? So that we can have a little bit higher platform. I'll pull the microphone that we're using right now. Check this out. This is called a Snowball by Blue. All right. So we're using these. So when we're doing our Zooms or our Facebook Live, sometimes the sound is better than what's on the laptop. All right. We stepped up our lighting game a little bit. Now remember, these are pro tips. You don't have to do this.
Check this out. How many times have you gone to take a selfie or done a live and you don't have the lighting that you need? Isn't that cool?
There you go. Just clips on right off Amazon, right? Or you can step it up to something like that, right? On a tripod with the camera.
Hold your cell phone right there.
right? I think we got this for $80 or something like that. You can spend more money if you like. We've got some backdrops that we've purchased. But the best thing I'll tell you is these little guys. $13, $20, $30. These things are huge for Facebook Live because no one wants to watch a shaky camera and all that stuff going on. So we've got some other lapel mics. Just don't go crazy. Listen, don't go buy all that stuff before you start doing Facebook Live. Start doing lives. Just start doing them and then go buy that stuff. All right. Literally, I did a Facebook Live yesterday with books propped up. Literally, like I got a stack of John Maxwell books right here, and literally I stacked them up and I put my phone there. So you can be creative that way. This laptop that we're recording off right now is on a plastic box. So
keeping it real.
Be creative with what you guys are doing. And we thank you guys for jumping in here with us on these pro tips. We're going to be continuing to update this as we learn more because we are constantly engaged in social media learning. And, hey, that's part of what we do, right? Growing together. So you guys, thanks for jumping on. We'll see you soon.
Take care.